Hi everyone, this is Alyssa with Form Dash, and I'm going to take you through the music copyright and confirmations form. So first you're going to navigate to the Form Dash website for the ICCA. Again, that is icca.formdash.org. And you're going to land on the web page and navigate at the top and click Forms. Scroll down to the bottom and you'll see Music Copyright Verification Form. Click on the form and you'll see a select your school. So go ahead and select your school. And I'm going to select ADM Adele. Coach name of Alyssa Nolte. And I'm going to put in my phone number, my email. And I'm going to confirm that I've secured the proper copyright licensing for each song and sound effect in our mix, including anything that I have purchased, recognizing that my school or myself as the coach will be held responsible for any fines, disqualification, reclamation of any and all awards, removal of the video before, during, or after the event, basically saying that I am responsible to make sure that I have acquired the correct copyrights that are required. Select I confirm and type my full name as recognition and adoption of this signature and select today's date. Next, I'm going to indicate which entries I will be entering. So for the purpose of this video, I'm going to be entering all of the categories. So I'm going to select in-person cheer dance, stunt group 1, stunt group 2, virtual band chant, and school fight song. Now you'll notice that timeout is not on this list. That's because it does not require a copyright confirmation. So if you are entering timeout, that's great. Do not panic when you do not see it on this list. You'll notice that when I selected all of these, if you were to scroll up, the step number just went from 1 out of 1 to 1 out of 6. Next, I'll select the division for our men's basketball team classification. So I'm going to say we are a 2A division. And the next question will be whether or not my cheer dance team is co-ed or all girl. So for the purpose of this form, I'm going to say co-ed. Then I will select next. Next, we're going to look at the cheer dance division. So we are going to select that I have obtained which rights I have obtained the license to use. So I have obtained the license to use the music, arrange it, distribute it, and perform it. So this is essentially your acknowledgement that you have the rights and license to do these 4 things. I'll enter the number of songs that I have in the mix. So I have 4 songs in this mix. We ask that you please enter a single whole number and not a range. And same with the number of sound effects. So please approximate a single number, a single whole number, like 10, instead of saying 10 to 12. The system doesn't recognize 10 to 12, so it will get confused if you do something that looks like that. It needs to be 10 or 12. Just pick one of the numbers. Then you'll need to say, who is your vendor? Who is the person who gave you rights to the music? So we're going to say this was from cheersounds.com. And you'll need to acknowledge that all of the licensing for your mixes are current and not expired. So make sure that they are current for this year and they are not expired. If they are currently expired, you will need to re-up those licenses. So go ahead and click I agree. And here's where you'll upload copies of that paperwork. So all you'll do is click select files, and that will open up a dialog that will access your computer's file system, navigate to your files, select the files that you're going to upload. It can be a picture, it can be a Word document, whatever type of format you have it in. I'm just going to go ahead and select a picture and get that uploaded. Once you see it listed here, that's how you know it is uploaded. Click next. Then I'm on to stunt group 1 and I follow the same process. I've acquired the rights to the music, to arrange, to distribute, and perform. There are 3 songs and 10 sound effects. It's also from cheersounds.com. It is current in its licensing. And here is the file. Now, once it goes bold, again, it has been uploaded. Hit next. Stunt group 2, Music, arrange, distribute, and perform. This one only has 4 songs in it and 5 sound effects. This is from unleashthebeats.com. I agree it is current. Here are my files again. This time I have it in an Excel. It is bold, so I know it's uploaded. Hit next. For band chant, you're going to select which band chant you are going to use, whether it's going to be Magic or Hang 10. I'm going to go ahead and select Magic. Now, just a side note, you may not alter, edit, add, or subtract to these tracks. You have to use them as provided without alteration, and any changes will result in disqualification, so make sure you take note of that. The next one is school fight song. So this one is very important that you pay attention to. This is a bit of a tricky one because of how public domain works. So we want to make sure you pay careful attention. So school fight song. So we are going to call this the ADM loyalty. And you have 4 choices here. Public domain, we are singing it, meaning you're not going to use any tracks. You are going to sing it yourselves with no backup music and no accompaniment. Public domain, performed by the school band. Gifted or released, meaning the artist has given you written permission to use this song, and you have permission from our school administrator to use the band's performance of the school song. So the difference between public domain performed by the school band and gifted or released is that both of them are performed by the school band. However, for the public domain one, it is a public domain song performed by the school band, and gifted or released means it is not public domain. It still has its copyright enforcement in effect. However, while it is performed by the band, you have permission to use it. So make sure you understand the difference between those two. And then the 4th option is it was purchased from a site like iTunes for this particular event. So for the purpose of this, I'm going to click through these so you can see them. So public domain, we are singing it. You wouldn't have to upload anything because you're allowed to do it. No additional paperwork is required. Public domain performed by the school band. You have to state your agreement that all licensing of our mix is current and has not expired. Hit I agree. And your school fight song is performed by your school band, and you have permission from your school administrators on their school letterhead to use the music that you agree and understand. And you have the file to upload and upload that letterhead and consent. So you'll select that file here. Similar process for gifted or released. And then for iTunes, same process. I have permission to use it. It is not expired. The purchase content was purchased for this event. The music was listed with the school's name, not the coach's name. So this is very important. If you are the coach, you may not purchase this song from your personal iTunes account. It must be purchased from a school's iTunes or other royalties vendor account and paid for by a school credit card to show school ownership. You, the coach, may not own it personally. It must be owned by the school. So make sure you have all of those ducks in a row before you make these purchases so you don't have to duplicate. Again, purchased by a school credit card in the school's name, not by the coach's purchase. All right, so once you have all your paperwork in place, you'll go ahead and hit submit. Please wait until you see that submission received form, and then you are all done with your copyright confirmation.